Okay, I think we're live now. I should be. Okay, so, couple things. First of all, new outfit. It's a test to see if it does better in terms of views. Second of all, holy crap, getting old RPG Maker games to be recorded by OBS is difficult. I basically had to do a display capture, then shrink the display capture. Hey, and I've got my cat here, because he decided to start being a nuisance before the stream today. Hopefully he's gonna behave and he's not gonna knock over my microphone or anything and make this scuffed. More scuffed than usual, anyway. So, without further ado, into Hylics. This is a very weird game. Okay, let me see how that's displaying. So basically, this entire game was made in RPG Maker by one guy with claymation that he digitized himself. It's less of an RPG, in fact. Yeah, there it is. I don't know how to get it to display in widescreen. It's covering up my entire monitor. I can't even see what my model is doing unless I'm looking at my phone. But anyway, it's less of a RPG in a traditional sense, and it's more like an interactive art project with some RPG mechanics. Very interesting. Okay. Also, controllers don't really work with this one. Don't expect anything to make sense, it's just not going to, alright? Oh, that's right, I'm controlling this dude. This is like this narrator character. A forbidden tyranny rapidly levitates the panes. The people exalt thanks to a tyranny. It is a microcosm in a televised vent. It is a hope. Below insect. Meanwhile, Gibby, king of the moon, like beats a convexity amidst the sentimental concavity passion. Thus your story begins. Now that was nonsense, and it was nonsense on purpose. Most of the dialogue in this game, with few exceptions, is randomly generated. This narrator character really doesn't factor in very much. People in the fanbase call him Dracula, not because he's ever referred to by name, but because if you look at the game's files, his sprites are labeled Dracula. And this is Wayne, our main character. He's got a moon for a head. And a cat that looks like him. So first thing we want to do is watch TV. Learned ablative hollow pleather. It's your life savings. You got 53 bucks. Okay. Maybe you should bathe. Okay. Your flesh and will were restored, so bathing heals you. Toilet paper was found. A warm burrito was found. Fresh out of the toilet. The funny thing about the toilet paper is... Hang on, I'm a little bit off-center. Let me just... Not used to having the model display this big. There we go. Oh, that's the wrong window. There we go. So you can actually equip the toilet paper, but it does absolutely nothing. You're just wrapped in toilet paper for no reason. Wait, how do I... Okay. Gotta get used to the keyboard controls all over again. Outside of the house. Trash can lid was found. Now that's a piece of armor that actually does boost your stats. You accidentally crushed it. Those are gonna be arc words. They're gonna come back later and it's gonna be awesome. Here we have Wayne's vegetable garden. Acquired a vegetable. Every single one of these is a healing item, so it's good to grab all of them. And they will regenerate infinitely every time you leave the screen. It's just one of several exploits that this game has that keep it from being too difficult. And now I'm getting concerned because my cat is looking at the screen and he sees all the things that are moving on the screen. And when he does that, he tends to try and get them. Mysterious tower. Okay, first things first, we gotta go to the city. There he is. Gwimbly, no. Gwimbly, stay. Be chill. Alright, be chill. You behave. I know I can talk to this guy. Smears far beyond your radiance, not far beyond your art. Yeah, so you can kind of hear that little wah-wah noise. Whenever you hear that, that means that the dialogue is being completely randomly generated, but if you don't hear that noise when someone is talking, then that means what they have to say is kind of important. Ahead lies Mount Etherlatin. Beware of the wicked cone cultists. See, that guy's dialogue was set, so he didn't have that sound effect. Who remembers our chemical inside dirt? Little forbidden pain. Oh, I smashed the sofa. Welcome to Shubnerpon, the lordly city. I grow the insects. Good for you, buddy. Found meat. Now, if I remember correctly, that's an item that you can use to level up. Just avenge it. So there is a light story for this game. It's not extremely apparent. Basically, there's this dude who's like a tyrant. His name is Gibby, King of the Moon. He lives on the moon, and we're gonna go beat him up. Simple as. Astride her creature, her product blasts, so who doth her chemical avenge? Oh, shopkeep. Need an instrument for stabbing or bludgeoning? If so, you've come to the right place. Bat, dirk, fork. Okay, I can afford a bat, so... should I get the bat? Yeah, I guess. Wayne's face looks a lot cooler in the sequel. A pistol, but there's no bullets. Okay, so that's why the bat does more damage. I should save. Okay. Gwimbly! Knock it off. Nothing in there? It's crazy to look at the environment and think that this was all made by hand. If you want to use the tub, it's gonna be 25 bucks. Nah. You stink. I took a bath just a few minutes ago. Juice box was found. What deceives your mountain, but what hosts someone astride your fire? Those crystals are really important because they're basically your fast travel system. Every time you find one, you gotta press it. You can learn special abilities from the televisions which are scattered throughout this realm. Okay. When fighting a flesh dash, you must attack, then rest, and then guard, lest you suffer the creature's riposte. See, these guys talk normal. The Knight Pongorma is said to be immune to the deadly touch of ambulant skulls. Now that one seems like nonsense, but it's actually really good advice. He resides on an island to the west, behind a sealed door. Let me just refresh chat real quick, because sometimes... I'm noticing this thing on my phone where chat isn't loading. It's like getting stopped. I don't have any money. Microwave a frozen burrito? You don't have one. Okay. And that guy's also a shop, but once again, no money. Hold on, didn't I open this before? There's a stick of dynamite in the box. Of course you take it. The revolution has begun. The cult permits nothing to leave Etherealitin. In this way, they hope to promote a reverse erosion. Can I... Okay, I wasn't sure if that guy was blocking me on purpose or not. The hitboxes on some of the sprites are weird. Hark it of beings, out of my ocean, out of my vessel. Okay. Now, I don't want to fight any of these guys yet if I can avoid it. What I want to do is find this guy named Didusmuln. He's the first party member. And there's a really easy exploit that you can use to recruit him quickly. There he is. I am named Didusmuln. I have spent my life searching for the paper cup. I have finally tracked it to these ruins. It is buried somewhere amidst the fallen monuments. Offer to help with the search or don't. Offer to help, obviously. Ah, you are a fellow artifact seeker, perhaps. If you can bring me the paper cup, I would be so unimaginably stoked. You can try to dig for it by pressing the space key while standing over the artifact's location. You can determine the location by using the machine in my tent. Turn it on and then take a nap. It will project a vision into your mind. Large up. Large up, everybody. Okay, so... you can turn on this machine. Then take a nap. Sleep here, yes. And then you can see, in the field outside, there's 3 objects that look exactly like this in the real world. And the cup that I'm looking for is at the center of those 3 objects. You can also find, down this ladder, one of 3 sages in this game. I am the Sage of Brains. I grant you my token. You got the Sage's token. Seek my siblings, the Sage of Computers and the Sage of Death. They will also give you tokens, for therein lies the path to enlightenment. I believe there's an ultimate move that you unlock after you find all 3 Sage tokens. So then you go back to sleep, right? And now, I could go all the way out there and run around those enemies and try to get the paper cup without fighting any of them. Or I could just walk into the middle of this tent. Let's see, where is it? There it is. Acquired paper cup that was probably placed here for debugging purposes and then left here. So that's a speedrun strat. The cup, you found it. I am an expert in the usage of the paper cup. Please allow me to accompany you. One day, we may come across another artifact from the old times, which will require the paper cup. Whatever or not okay. I wonder if you can actually refuse to let him join you. I'm not gonna do that, but... Magnificent! I will guide you when the time comes. Okay, now, the next artifact is in his tent. This one singular detail kind of implies that the whole thing is post-apocalyptic. We can use the paper cup with this machine. Your companion places the paper cup into a recess on the front of the machine and depresses a small blue lever. Fluid flows from the reservoir into the paper cup. You drink it, and your will is permanently increased by 25 points. Do you see chat? Better check. Oh yeah, hey Vodan, I see it this time, don't worry. How you doing? How is everybody doing today? Now I've got these guys that I can fight. I'm not sure if I want to, though, because they can be pretty... Oh, TV! It'll teach me an ability. If I can catch it. Learn Space Shurikens. Every time you look at a TV, everybody in your party learns the ability. What is this dude equipped with that I've got with me now? Things. He just has a knife. That's it. He doesn't have anything else. You would think that the pistol is better than the knife, but it doesn't have any bullets, so it's basically worthless. Okay, should I try to fight? I think I'm gonna. And we've been blinded. I think I might die. I need to get sunglasses in order to fight these guys, because it makes you immune to blind. And that statue will always do that. There's like a bit of strategy, despite the fact that this is mostly an art project. Ah, those misses are killing me. Wait, I wonder if the accuracy on skills is better than the accuracy on basic attacks. I've also got the sequel to this on Steam, which looks a lot better because it's actually made in the Unity game engine instead of RPG Maker. Well, now it's just the statue, so I guess it can't damage me at least, right? But how much health does it have? A lot, apparently. There we go. 175 bucks was found. Meat found. Frozen burrito found. Yeah, the meat is what you use to level up. Also, every time after you defeat an enemy, it'll collapse into goo and a skeleton, and you will never be able to fight it again. Now that we've got money, we gotta go and get some more equipment. Standard JRPG style format, with a very non-standard presentation. Now, I think the shops were up this way. Now, this guy just sells weapons. I need to find the guy selling accessories and armor. It'd be cool to see what some of these figurines looked like before they were digitized. Like, I wonder what the scale of some of this stuff was. This wasn't just made to look like claymation, it was actually sculpted out of clay and then scanned. That's back up to the mountain. Okay, this guy. Frozen burritos can be effective projectiles. Feel safe when you walk outside. Alright. Next time you want to not get mugged, just huck a burrito at somebody. Should I buy recovery items? No. So you can either use the frozen burrito as a projectile, or you can heat it up and it'll become a recovery item. Have you heard about our bleak cellophane? That's what I'm here for. Prevents the blind status, but I can only afford one. Okay. So I'm going to give it to Wayne because he's more of an attacker. Didasmuln is more of a support character. I keep expecting Z to be cancelled. Bleak cellophane. Again with the Z. Okay, back up the mountain. Earn some more money. Wait. The layout of this city is so confusing. I think a bath would fully restore me, but why would I go and pay that guy to use his bathtub when I can just walk over to Wayne's house and use his for free? Flesh and will were restored. So it's not health and magic points in this game. It's flesh is your health and will is your ability to do abilities. My cat has just been staring intently at the screen this entire time. As long as he doesn't try anything, it's fine. I don't know if it's possible to get a tracker for your cat, but that would be kind of fun to do. No, that's the item shop again. Okay, the mountain then must be up this way. Nope. It's a consequence of the more experimental game design. I need to get up that big staircase. That's the guy who wants to rent his bathtub. So the big staircase must be through here. No, that's another shop. Gwimbly? Cat is on the desk now. Okay, you can stay there if you stay away from the computer. Watching you. Okay. Hey, Gwimbly, get your hand off the keyboard! Gwimbly, this is your stream now, alright? Back up the mountain. Gonna beat up the first person I see. Space shurikens. The unique animations for all of the attacks and items is really cool. Like, I kind of want to show off the dynamite, but I also want to save it. $150 found. Okay, and one more time. I think I'm just gonna keep fighting these guys until I get killed. Because game overs do not work the way that you would expect them to in this game. Wayne's crew was victorious, $150. Meat found, juice box found. Okay, probably gonna die this time. Probably causes enemies to fall asleep. Guards and heals 30% of flesh. Okay, I'll use that. Actually, no. No need to. And then I used it anyway. Okay, that's not targeted either. It only guards the person who uses it and heals them. Okay, just keep attacking until I die. I'll be amazed if I survive this. I'm amazed I survived that. Money. I'm trying to die, game. Kill me. There it is. Okay. Wayne's crew was slain. Face melts off. And congratulations, you're dead. Welcome to the afterlife. So this is the afterlife. Feel free to crash on the couch. You can use the machine over there to convert any meat that you found into flesh points. This is how you level up. You literally take meat or clay from your enemies, grind it up in the afterlife, and add to your health pool. Deposited 12 meat into the grinder. Your maximum flesh rose 24 points. Gwimbly? Don't do it. Don't you do it. I'm watching you. The executive balcony is downstairs. Only those who have died 3 times are allowed there. You need to die 2 more times. Understood? Hot dog was found. Gasp. You can build sandcastles on the beach. Try using the spacebar. Gasp. Toss fish into the ocean? Yes. There's no reason to do that, it's just a good deed. And yeah, sandcastles. How many unique ones are there? Okay, that's all of them. I think I can hear a TV set behind this wall. If I had dynamite, I could break through. Good news. Whoa, I'll let you check it out first. Thank you, strange man, woman, person. Hey, Bella. Can you go on a rant about your relationship with RPG Maker as a game dev? By all means, go ahead. Learned calibration. I think that's a recovery move. Oh no, I gotta save the fish again. Nothing more to see here in the afterlife. Gotta heal and then head back. See, those crystals here each correspond to the crystals in the overworld that you activate yourself. The purple ones that aren't spinning around haven't been activated yet and won't take me anywhere. Amid the apparels witness the broth, the behavior beside their vacuums considereth beside her spreading surf. Your flesh and will were restored. I forget exactly how the randomly generated dialogue works in this game. Okay, so I've activated that one, which means now this'll take me to the orange crystal in the overworld. My cat is still staring very intently at this game. I kind of want to take a picture of him, but I'm reading chat off of my phone, and if I move significantly, that'll cause him to move significantly, so I'm kind of stuck. Right, back up the mountain. You started using RPG Maker XP back in April 2023. You found it really cool and made a shitty 4-hour game with combat that makes you want to gouge your eyes out. You then decided to make a full-length game. Yeah, the RPG Maker combat is not great. Like, every RPG Maker game with good combat, I think they had to significantly modify the existing game engine to make it good. That's the shop. Wimbley, do not tap the keyboard. You may sit up there, you may watch the screen, you may not tap the keyboard. Hey, no. Little rascal. Wimbley, stop it. Oh yeah, the game remembered that that guy was dead, so it did his death animation. Oh. In RPG Maker MV, but you soon discovered that it was too limiting. So you switched over to Godot, got confused, switched over to Game Maker, and have been using it since. That's cool. I know of a few games that were developed in Godot and Game Maker. I think Undertale was developed in Game Maker. I've only ever used RPG Maker a little bit myself. I was never very good at it. I can kind of edit character sprites decently, but I have to have an existing base. Wayne's crew was victorious, 150 bucks found. I gotta go get more equipment, that's right. That'll make things significantly easier. In conclusion, RPG Maker is a pretty bad engine if you plan to follow game development as a career or a serious hobby. Even the most popular games like Omori have programmers to make it better. Yeah, like, Omori is really good. It's definitely, like, the pinnacle of an RPG Maker game that's actually an RPG. Besides that, all the popular ones are, I think, survival horror games with point-and-click adventure elements. It took you a year to learn how to code well enough, you'd say it was worth it even though you're still learning. Yeah, that's really cool. Like, I don't understand coding or programming at all. It's basically just a bunch of magic lines and numbers that contain an entire video game, as far as I can tell. That's really impressive, though. Okay, now I'm actually looking for the shop. Can I find it? You like turn-based combat in RPG Maker. It reminds you of other JRPGs. You tried your own luck in RPG Maker. You have 3,300 plus hours in RPG Maker VX Ace and still no luck, but you don't have that much hope. Omori is the best RPG Maker game, and even then, you don't really like it. Sorry, you don't have to apologize for not liking something. It's understandable. I personally really like Omori just because the art style and the music and, like, a lot of the themes of the story hit very close to home for me, so... Okay, was this person selling weapons? Any armors will raise your maximum flesh points. Some have additional bonuses. Behold their magnificence. Torso shell, combat bell. Off is also good. Oh yeah, that's right! I completely forgot that Off was an RPG Maker game somehow. Yeah, the turn-based combat in Off is really solid. Very confusing, depressing story, though. Hey, Gwimbly, I'm gonna have to set you on the ground now. There. Go and be a nuisance no longer. Okay, I can afford... too large to be worn with any other armor, so I think I'll get a couple of torso bells. Torso shells. Omori's art style and music are really good, but it falls apart with gameplay. You feel like the devs viewed video games as a way to tell stories rather than as their own medium. Then again, you're not... No, that's valid, I think. The gameplay in Omori can get kind of dull and repetitive and grindy. Like, once you find a good, fast strategy to cheese the combat in that game, it's basically just every combat encounter becomes the same thing over and over again. Weapons, that's right, I was looking for weapons. There it is. And all I can afford is a second bat. Wait a minute. That does less damage than the weapon that Didusmund comes with? Oh, that was a waste of a purchase. Let's see. Get dressed. Bat. Bleak cellophane. Torso shell. Back up the mountain. You would criticize Omori for its combat. Bosses are the worst, just build up tension and throw the mega attack. Sadly, no tactics involved. Yeah, I think it was really ambitious what they did with the art, in that every single boss has, like, unique sprites for their extreme emotional states. That's one thing that Omori's combat did that I will say was kind of really good and interesting, was the way the emotions work. Okay, now we're cooking. I should probably give Wayne the knife and let Didusmund hold the bat. You think the first Final Fantasy game has better combat than Omori? Huh. Well, it's a lot faster in the first Final Fantasy game. There's a lot less thinking involved. Though, interesting fact about the first Final Fantasy game, apparently all of the items are, like, bugged out, because the guy who translated it into English didn't speak Japanese or English very well. So, like, you have all kinds of swords that claim they have effects that they don't have, and spells that just do the opposite of what they say. The best way to play Final Fantasy I, I think, is the PlayStation 1 remaster, not the Pixel remaster on Steam, because they took out the Peninsula of Power. What the Peninsula of Power is basically a little area where you can go and walk back and forth on 2 squares, and more powerful monsters will spawn in. So you can level up really fast, really early, if you exploit that area. But the Pixel remaster took it out. List of Final Fantasy I bugs. Luck is bugged. Yeah, the thief doesn't do anything. It's a completely worthless class. Wisdom wasn't programmed? Let's see. Oh, I could have taken the red crystal directly back to here. I'm gonna use some vegetables. No reason not to use them. They are growing everywhere for free. Swords with special abilities are bugged. Running is bugged. You're supposed to be able to run in the first Final Fantasy game? I didn't even know that. Temper is bugged. Oh yeah, the spell. Yeah, it's not 100% fair, I think, to compare Final Fantasy I to anything that came out near 2020. Like, it's one of those things where it's better to compare it with, like, things that were around at the same time as it. Wait. Got distracted. Okay, I'm gonna use... Temporarily increases mightiness, okay. Space shurikens. He is out of will. Saber is bugged, that's another one. Lock always misses. I think in the later Final Fantasy games, they had, like, optional spells that would inflict status effects upon enemies, but the odds of them succeeding was so low that it was basically just a wasted turn, even at the higher levels. Heal 2 works as Heal 3 in battle? That is egregious. Holy crap. Okay, what am I gonna do here? Gotta take out the Cheeto head guys first. I wonder how he made these. Mason Lindroth, the guy who sculpted all this. It looks like he kinda took artist dummies and then sculpted over them with clay. Like those little posable wooden dudes. It's good that I'm immune to blind now, otherwise this would be taking forever. The best version of the game was the Pixel Remaster. It's easily the most well-balanced and enjoyable. Well, I haven't played the Pixel Remaster myself, but I really wish they had kept in the Peninsula of Power. That's the main thing stopping me from picking that one up. I prefer the PlayStation 1 version. I also prefer the PlayStation 1 version of Final Fantasy IV because they fixed a lot of the censorship that happened on the Super Nintendo version of the game where it was called Final Fantasy II for all kinds of reasons. They wanted to sell the Super Nintendo, so they ported over Final Fantasy IV first instead of 2 and 3. And so to not confuse the Western audience, they called Final Fantasy IV Final Fantasy II, which proceeded to confuse the Western audience for decades. Just like 6 getting ported over as 3. Oh, the Peninsula of Power isn't required because they fixed the balancing? That's good to know. I might have to try it out, then. No use using skills. I think I'm good to just keep on beating these guys up. Final Fantasy II is an overhated gem. Yeah, I agree. It's really interesting in terms of what they tried to do with the leveling system. I think the keyword system is really cool. Where, like, you have to speak to NPCs and ask them about specific things in order to progress. I think of the first 3 Final Fantasy games, the third one is really the best because it, like, took all the parts that worked from Final Fantasy 1 and all the parts that worked from Final Fantasy 2 and made him into, like, a single cohesive thing. And then 4 was the one where it really became cinematic. You had characters with names and plot twists, and that's about it, but still. One thing that's really funny about Final Fantasy II, though, like, it's darkly funny, but once you recognize the pattern, it's pretty funny that every single time a 4th character joins your party, they will not survive being with your party. Even ones that join your party and then leave so someone else can join your party will come back later just so that they can die heroically saving your 3 main characters. So much so that when they released it on PlayStation 1 to, like, I think that was the first English port, they included a bonus chapter where 4 of the party members who died team up and, like, have to beat an alternate version of the boss in the afterlife or something. It's been years. It has been literally years since I played this, but that stuck out to me in my memory. The only 2 characters who don't die are the pirate girl and Gordon. That's right, I forgot Gordon joins your party briefly. Not very useful. It's also kind of funny because Princess Hilda is the ruling monarch after her dad dies. Only she's there doing that job for like a couple of minutes, and then Prince Gordon, who doesn't even live here, is like, I'm in charge now. I guess it's just a writing convention that hasn't aged very well. I should eat some more veggies. Bathing and eating water heals you. Eating water. Bathing and eating vegetables heal you in this game. I am not good at multitasking, holy crap. Which means that this game is pro self-care. Eat a water today, everybody. How many of these Cheeto-headed dudes do I gotta fight? It's always a good rule of thumb, once you become strong enough to kill an enemy in an area, just kill every enemy in that area. That way you get the maximum health to take into the afterlife with you next time you die, inevitably, because I am going to die. I have frozen burritos that I could be using as projectiles. I like how you can kind of see the artifacting around the sprite where the digital scan wasn't like one-to-one. It adds kind of a charm to it, I think. Your favorite part of Final Fantasy VII is when Cloud is about to die and says it's over, and out of nowhere, a record flies in from the dark and saves him. Then it pans over to show Alex Eagleston. And then Alex says, hey man, cool it with that. No one has time to worry about your dead love interest right now. We almost got stabbed by Sephiroth ourselves. I still need to get back into IV, but I wanted to do this first. Just because I felt like I'd be able to knock out the entire game in one single stream, and I know what I'm doing. In theory. I've beaten... Gwimbly, get off my number pad! And I'm in combat. Gwimbly, what's the matter with you? Why you like this, huh? Why you like this, you little punk? For those just joining us, my cat is... not contributing, but he's certainly being featured. Now he's looking at the top of the shelves like he wants to climb up there. You may not. Your favorite part of IV is that there's canonically a naked photo of Michael in that universe? Oh yeah, that's something that I'm slightly concerned about. I've been listening to a lot of the discourse out of context around IV. Suddenly, a lot of people are shipping a lot of characters, and I'm not sure why, but it's mostly people with Michael. I'm gonna find out, though. $103. I forget if there was any place to go up here besides... There's just a ton of money lying around. I think there is something to the north that I'm supposed to be trying to get to. Oh, hang on, this is where the cup was actually buried. I think? Yeah. If I hadn't used the debug menu, I would have had to come all the way over here to grab it. Now I have an extra paper cup. Unfortunately, you can only use each water cooler one time, so I'm not going to be able to exploit that. And if I wanted to, I can go back to Didosmoln's tent at any time and get an infinite number of cups. I'm gonna go try to find Psalms Nosa, the other party member. She's actually a carryover from Mason Lindroth's, like, one of his first games, I think. I don't know if it's the first. She's like a blue lady with a red poncho and a horn helmet. She's the main offensive force for your party. I believe her house is around here. Through this museum? Do not touch the ambulance skulls or you will die. Exalt. Someone rescues out of dirt. The warp access is currently infested. The creatures fear the dotted red line and will not cross it. Enjoy your time in the warp access. Okay. Where? Okay, I'm warping. Access warp. Yep. Oh, this is not where I thought I would be heading. It's a box. There's a brain in the box. Found a paper cup. Okay. I really like this area here. I think because it reminds me of Dr. Seuss books. Oh, the Things You Can Think was always my favorite one of those. It looks really similar to that. This vault is off limits. Please go away. Thank you in advance for your cooperation. And what if I don't want to cooperate, huh? It's like, I'm gonna have to destroy you if you don't leave. What if I don't want to leave? You made me do this. Mustilidae, I summon thee. Oh god, it's an army of mustelids, and one of them is all janky. I'm gonna die. I should not be fighting this dude right now. I forgot that he had backup. I thought it was just him. Wow, that's a lot of attacks. Yeah, let me just, Wow, Wayne's evasion is actually really good. That is more progress than I thought I would make. And I died. Face melt off. Afterlife. I needed to go back here anyway. Deposited 32 meat into the grinder. Your maximum flesh rose by 64 points. Rest. Get a randomly generated poem. Amid the governments levitates the moth. The jelly out of our life's lamentus above our another flabby dearth. Your flesh and will were restored. I feel like I have to activate 98% of my brain just to be able to read that somewhat coherently. Okay. Going back to the orange one. I do have more money now, What should I buy? I could probably get... No, I still need the bleak cellophane. I haven't fought all the blinding guys yet. I'm sure it's possible to speedrun this game in, like, less than an hour. It usually takes me around 3 to beat it. In my way. Okay, all the way back to Somsnos' place, which we didn't even reach the first time because I got distracted by fighting a weasel man. Okay, just head to the center. Head to this... Nope. Okay. Avoiding these guys for now. They are stronger than the stuff that I fought before. So we head up. And I'm gonna... just look for Somsnos' house. Not sure what the giant thing crawling on the map is. That's not Somsnos' house. Cross the bridge. Is this Somsnos' house? No, it's not. Some people say this is an abstract reference to Chrono Trigger because it matches the layout of his house exactly, and there's a lady, question mark, and a cat, question mark, question mark, question mark. Visitors are rare. Meow. Okay. Yeah, it even has, like, the bed and the window in the same place. Pretty sure it is a slight homage to Chrono Trigger. Homage? Homage? It's that thing. It's a reference. But, like, lovingly. That's not Somsnos' house. The big red thing is an optional fight. I'm not gonna fight it right now, though, because that would be a death wish. I forgot how big this area actually was. Really chill, though. Very nice vibes. I like it. Like I've said before, I like surrealism. Just anything that is dreamlike. Like, when I was younger, I used to get nightmares all the time. But, like, the older that I get, I feel like when I'm dreaming, I'm more secure that I have control of the situation. Like, nothing my mind can create is scarier than just waking up and going out and being a person, you know? I guess Somsnos isn't here. Maybe I went to the wrong place. Access the warp again. In that case, it's plagiarism. Oh, it isn't an homage unless your game is disliked by most of the internet. Yeah. Oh, I forgot about these guys. The interesting thing about the Murakami quote that shows up in Yeek... Marukami... I think it's Murakami. I always get his name jumbled in my head for some reason. But the interesting thing about that quote is that Alex is misquoting it in his own head. Some of the words are wrong. Which kind of plays into how, in Yeek, Alex, like, is telling you a story, but he's not necessarily getting all the details right. Okay, these guys are not as strong as I thought they were gonna be. I gotta get out of here. Where does Somnosa live? To initiate warp, make contact with the central node. Unauthorized access is discouraged. Thank you for understanding. I could run the risk of going in there. Oh, activating that. Now I have a shortcut back here. TV. Show me weird stuff, TV. Thank you. Learned mystic meat. No comment. There's gotta be a way to get around. Nope. No way around it. Holy crap. The dude on the right doesn't even look fully sculpted. I have a status effect, oh no. Slughead. Lashes out with its toxic cranial appendage. Yeah, you can kind of see the joints that click together where he used either artist dummies or action figures to use as, like, bases for these things. I think I'm just gonna die again. Probably gonna have to pull up a guide to figure out where Somnosa is. It has been a while. I was really sure she was in that blue desert somewhere, though. Die, afterlife. Now that I've died 3 times, I can go to the executive balcony. The executive balcony is down the stairs. Only those who have died 3 times are allowed there. I guess you qualify. Good job. You may proceed. Nice job. Oh, now I can walk through him. Had to go on an important call on Google Meet, but forgot to change your profile. So, when you went on your profile pic, it was a picture of Rei Ayami wearing a Bass Pro Shop hat. Oh no. Well, I mean, it could have been worse. Bestial axe was found. Squish, squish. Time steals away like a stream, and we glide hence away. Squish, squish. Okay. We can use the paper cup with this machine. Your will is permanently increased by 25 points. Okay, gotta heal again. Flesh and will restored. Wait, do I have any more? I think I did beat up some dudes. Okay, no meat to grind. Where does the blue one go again? The green one goes to the gallery. The orange one goes to the city. I think the blue one goes to D. Dismal's tent? Or is that the red one? Let's try blue. That's the issue with the fast travel system in this game, is that it's really easy to get lost, and there is a kitten here now that was not here before. You have some explaining to do, cat. Nothing of value up here. Squirrel. It's good to remember that that's there. There's actually a little side quest. To the northeast is the massive city of Garmelton. May its life endure for 1,000 years. Can I get into that garbage can? This is the 4th game I've played in a row where you dig items out of garbage cans. I just realized. Why is this such a popular mechanic in games that I play? Okay. There is nothing up there. And the city doesn't lead to anywhere else. I can't go into... Okay, so I must have to explore the Blue Desert more. That's the only explanation. I just must be missing where Somnosa is at. I bet I jinxed myself by saying I would be able to get through this entire game in just one stream. I bet I did. I think that's starting to become apparent. I don't know if I can fight that thing. Oh, ambient skulls. But they won't go past the dotted line. But they will flock to where I am. So I gotta, like, can I run? Okay, no, I cannot. So, let's try the city again. Wait, no, the green one. Back to the museum. How are my stats looking? Fine. Gonna beat up this one. Removes status ailments from all allies. Prevents status ailments for 3 turns. That's very useful. I think I'm just gonna use Wayne's standard attack. And I'm gonna use Dietismoln's special attack. It is only 3 o'clock, wow. Oh, hang on, my model broke. How long has that been happening? I gotta fix that. I can switch to the PNG. You know what? In fact, I think I'm going to. Because I updated it recently. Where's VidoTube? There it is. Behind the scenes. Woo. There it is. I only have 2 expression toggles with this one. Also, for some reason, this got labeled under the same game window as Cult of the Lamb. I don't know why. Apparently, VidoTube is a similar window type to Cult of the Lamb, so it selects that when it's not available. Make that a little bit bigger. There we go. And back to the game. And things are proceeding along just fine. I only had to chop off one of my dimensions to make the stream run easier. I am flat now. I wonder if anybody clicked away and then is gonna come back later and be like, what happened? 600 bucks and 3 meat. And that was a complete circle. I am the Sage of Computers. I grant you my token. Okay, that's 2 out of 3 sages. Seek my siblings. Is that all there is here? Okay, that was a bit of a waste of time. Okay, gotta lead him all the way over here. All the way over here, and then get him to chase me around that way. Okay. I can't go around the TV, but that guy's on a set path, so it doesn't matter. Access the warp, yes. Okay, Somnosa is here somewhere. I know it. She has to be. Maybe if I don't interact with this guy, but what's this thing? It's literally just a lump of clay that doesn't do anything. I still love this area, though. I didn't go here last time, but if I remember... Yeah. In order to fake the moon landing, NASA hired Stanley Kubrick to film a convincing fake, but Kubrick was such a perfectionist that he made them film on location. That's a good one. Okay. I'm not supposed to be in that building until way later. Those guys will beat the crap out of me. Now, I think down this bridge just loops me back around to where I came from. Oh, there she is! There she is! Giant beach umbrella. Access the terminal. First, let me check out these sculptures. They don't do anything. Okay. All right. Oh, you tried to tell that joke in class and people thought you were a conspiracy theorist? Yeah. I mean, you don't always know when jokes are gonna land. I mean, I and a lot of other people tend to be, like, really literal-minded, which isn't a bad thing, you know? It's a pretty sensible way to look at the world. But if something isn't, like, overtly meant to be funny, then it's really easy for it to just fly over your head. Oh, hey, Wayne. I left my magic gauntlets in the basement, and now it's infested with ambulance skulls. Maybe you could help me retrieve them? I mean, the gauntlets. We should avoid the skulls. Okay. Nice. And now, Somsnosa has joined our crew. Progress. Also, everybody's status is also randomly generated. Dossier. Wayne. Wayne is feeling massive. Esteemed archaeologist from Garmelton, the massive city, enjoys working totally out of lifes. Holds dominion over the bugs. She says this world is our massive jelly, and she, its life. Oh, I gotta check the TV. Every TV has a unique look to it. I think that's pretty cool. Learned bubbles. Juice box was found. Yellow crystal activated so we can get back here once the ambient skulls kill us, which they're probably going to. It's empty. Can I get that trash can? I cannot. Okay, just gotta get around the skulls and find the gauntlets. Psst, hey, roach food. I've got your roach food. 1,000 bucks for some roach food. Deals like this come once in a lifetime. You know what? Yes. Acquired roach food. There's an entire side quest with that. Take a nap on the couch? Okay. I beated at eve the concavity of sleep. It was a joyful and lively suitcase. He castigated in a pain cheap, totally beside augmented taste. Your flesh and will were restored. Somehow. You know what, no, I haven't found the gauntlets yet. Too late, I'm dead. I got roach food. But I need those gauntlets, so I'm not gonna go back to Wayne's house right away. Wait, I didn't take Somnosa with me? But she was in my party when we died. Is this a bug? I did activate the crystal, though. Everybody's health is where it should be. Back to Somnosa's house. I guess you must reset when you die. Probably an oversight of some kind. Okay. Nope, nope, nope. Nope. Reset enemy positions. They are so persistent. How do I get them off my back? I don't think I can run in this game. Nope, walking speed is always at a set speed. Okay, so she's in my party now. Wait, what if I save right at this very second as I'm dying with Somnosa in my party? Nope, she's still not there. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna go back to Wayne's house. Wait, after all the effort to get... No, I can always teleport to Somnosa's house. I just have to die again. I don't have to walk all the way back there. Okay, now there's a llama, there's a squirrel... Give roach food to the roaches. Yes. Thanks for the snack. You can have this. You got a palmetto shield. Okay. I'm gonna take that and give it to Didasmuln. Wielder becomes immune to poison, huh? Useful. Hold on, did I ever give Wayne the knife? I did not. Wait, he's got an axe now. Parasite crystal? I didn't realize that was equipment. Greatly increases maximum will points, decreases flesh points. Not good. Bestial axe. Then I'll give Didasmuln the knife again. Whoa, there's 47 bucks in here. Alright, there was a way to get to that trash can. I think I'm probably just gonna go and clear the other guys out from the top of the mountain, and then I'm probably gonna be done streaming for today, actually. I've got a Dungeons & Dragons game that I'm actually doing with a group of other streamers that I met on Blue Sky, and it's really fun. That's gonna be tomorrow. I'll post a link to it. I still have to level up my character, though. That's if we are playing tomorrow, because the schedule had to change a bit, and we haven't really gotten confirmation from the other 2 members. I am actually trying to socialize a bit, despite how much it stresses me out. Ultimately, I'd say it's, going well. Like, I find myself enjoying my projects less by comparison to just hanging out with like-minded people. Oh, wait, I was supposed to use a really specific strategy with this thing, wasn't I? I kind of wish I hadn't given the dynamite to that guy, because I want to show off what happens when you use dynamites in combat. Oh, what I can show off is some of the item animations are pretty cool. Like, here's a frozen burrito. And here's a warm burrito. Why can't he eat it? Oh well, juice box. Wayne uses frozen burrito. Dead, 40 damage. Wayne's crew was victorious. 500 bucks found. Just gonna beat up a few more of these guys. Yeah, wow, they are really dying quickly now. By the end of this game, you become an absolute beast. That's where the line, "you crushed it by accident," comes back. It's really good. Really good moment. Wayne's crew was victorious. 225 bucks found. Meat found. Have I beat up everybody on the mountain by now? That has to be everyone, right? Look, you can see them remembering that they're dead. Found 50 bucks. That's where Dietersmoln was. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else to see up here. It's just a good place to get experience points and money. Wait, there's something is still alive over there. We can't... Nope, that's the TV. Yeah, everything on the mountain has died. Now I got a lot of stuff to do in terms of stuff that I want to work on. Like, I need to film a reaction to DBZ Abridged, but I'm kind of... Like, I want to stream that, right? Because it would be weird to figure out stuff to say on my own without, like, chat helping. With a video game, I can kind of just, like, look at it, and then whether or not chat is talking, I can kind of just say my thoughts and opinions on what's happening and what the characters are doing, but I don't know, it's different with something that's a show as opposed to something that you play. So I think I'm going to go and save. And Somsnosa is no longer in the party, but I'm also no longer dying, so that's good. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can get my regular avatar back up. You've got all of them right here also, just a little peek behind the scenes. You've got the first one, you've got the second one, you've got the third one, which has better face toggles than the second one, because the eyebrows used to go inside the forehead on this one, and now they don't anymore. And then you've got this one, alternate costume. Let me just get rid of that. There it is. Alright, thanks for everybody who showed up. It was good chatting with you, as usual. Veliik in the real world, Voden, Adon Ross right at the beginning. Sorry, Adon Florence. Next week, I'm going to be... What am I going to be doing next week? I'm going to be finishing Deltarune and playing more Yeek next week. That's what I'm going to be doing. Maybe on Thursday. It depends.